Gonna lie, I haven't watched every single Rare Atom game. I'm not an avid viewer like you, Jordan. But look, I'm going to take your word for it. And then, yeah, look, I'll agree with the points on Child King and Li Hung needing to sort of pop off. But then on the other side of things, I'm looking at the Huns, and I just had a quick look at their games over the last couple of days, even because they are playing in the Nomadic Masters. They took a map off a bait. That's pretty good. So, you know, all the things I was expecting, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe Bartak is going to shut me the hell up.
Oh, and you know what? We're already off to an amazing start if the game has gone live at 10:05 instead of 10:20 or 10:30. So everything's looking up. Feeling good. Touch wood.
Here. Love it.
Yeah, let's see what happens, though, in this pistol round. Rare Atom going to be kicking things off on the T side. You got Kaze there with the belt of Util, which as of yet not going to be invested. Rare Atom just happy to have a little bit of a look-see and try and find themselves a little bit of contact play into brackets. That's not worked out. 9, here we go. This is where things could start to get exciting because 9 is on. Clearly, 3 nice headshots to start things off with that USP. And it is going to be a tough day at the office for Rare Atom if 9 is going to be pulling that off.
Okay, a little flash for himself here. Cobra. Going to be pushed in towards the broom. 1 point of health remaining. And, oh, it's lovely. Kaze with the cover on as a roll. And somebody going to be able to get a knife in this round. Are we going to see a 2v4 with a knife in the mix? Like, that's actually nuts. Somebody, if anyone can do it, it's this man.
Yeah, I would love to see that. That would be a banger start for Rare Atom. It's just such a somebody move, isn't it, though, to do that?
Yeah.
On his way into 8. Made the correct call.
The approach,
dude, he does
flawless.
not care, does he? Look at this
the
guy.
Beyblade maneuver.
Just sending it straight
everything is clear covered.
I'm going to lose this round
of
someone's on
he's
this
going
side.
to get a bomb plant. Oh, and the CTs are both on the other side of the map.
But if there's nobody on the
they
side,
were doing the right thing, sticking together to try to trade this one out. But how do you read somebody when he can't read himself?
You know, in some ways, I respect the way that somebody plays the game.
He's planted.
In a lot of ways, it makes me want to pull my hair out. But
he's planted safe.
If nothing else, he is an entertaining player to watch.
And I dare say,
here comes a retake attempt from the Huns. They've got a smoke down on the bomb. And somebody tapping away isn't going to be able to do too much there. At least so far. Yami will get the headshot through onto somebody. And that's the defuse. So the Huns will be able to get themselves sorted in the end as everything ends up going exactly where you would have expected it to. 1-0 for the Huns.
Yeah, what a round. Sorry, guys, we're just having a tech issue on our side. We're just getting in a different Discord. Hello. Hello. I hope... Very good, very good, very good. Okay, we are back. We are sorted. TeamSpeak died on us, and I was just hoping that Elfish Guy and I weren't talking over one another, so I just stopped talking.
I kept talking, so we've it's all good. No one would have even noticed.
Yeah, exactly. But I just wanted it to be known because it could have been awkward. You remember that time where you and Pilly didn't know? And you both spoke for 3 minutes over each other?
Yeah.
I didn't want that. I didn't want that out of it. For everyone to have to listen to that. But look, we're here. New round, new meet. Huns managing to successfully make that retake 8 reality. And it's going to be a 2v2 over towards Banana. But the third man, the Molotov, was forgotten about.
Yeah, that's not a bad effort, though, from Rare Atom. Bartak with quite a bit of work to do here. Solo on the A-bomb side. He's got multiple angles to watch. Kaze around the corner, though. Does not hard clear the corner. Bartak jumping up. Oh, somebody. That's an egregious whiff. That is a bad whiff. Li Hang will get the kill on to 9. This is where, again, Rare Atom look for some of their firepower to come into play. Li Hang, can he find a way to clutch this round out? He's got to find himself that bomb. Oh, Yami.
Uh-oh.
Not sure that that was necessary. Let's put Bartak in an awkward spot. He has to face a 1v3 from Li Hang, but I think you really got to look at that one from Yami and say, why did he take that tool?
Yeah, just why?
Yeah.
You know, that's a perfect question at a perfect moment. But there was a lot of little engagements kind of like that. I think Li Hang is lucky to be allowed to have that situation. But yeah, Yami, once you get that info, mate, just go over and play the 2v1. Don't give him 2 1v1s. That ain't the way to do it.
That ain't it, dog.
Make Asian CS great again and stop making silly mistakes, boys. I feel like I'm being harsh, but I just want W's to be clean, to be consistent, and to look good. So when these players get the opportunity to go and play against international teams, you know, they got their heads screwed on the right way.
Dangerous is Child King, by the way. Don't know if you'd figured that one out.
Yep. Process of elimination. I think he rocks that frequently. I think he had that name last time.
Yeah.
What's your secondary face-it name, Jordan?
I don't really change it around, but if I were to... So oh, hang on a second. I'll hold that thought for a second because Cobra Zera has just picked up 2 Deagle headshots and he might get himself one more here with that little shoulder in from Kaze. Somebody having a little bit of a look-see onto the sights. Does get himself an opener, but there's still so many players here that Kaze has to deal with. I don't think he's going to be able to do it. Best case scenario, he might better get the bomb plant down there. Been tagged up a little bit, but that's not going to help out when he's looking in the wrong direction. So 2-1. There's the scoreline, and Huns will bounce right back. But my face-it name, I mean, I just go by Elfish Guy. But if I don't go by Elfish Guy, I go by Selfish Guy. And if I don't go by either of those, it's probably Tetris God.
Okay.
Yeah, those are the 3.
Were you ever actually into Tetris?
Yeah, I was actually.
Yeah. Did you get the rolling maneuver down? Did you have a special glove for it? Were you that deep?
No, what do you mean by rolling move?
Oh, it was a thing. So to press the button fast enough to spin the pieces fast enough. Nowadays at the Tetris Championships, you actually roll your 4 fingers on the bottom or 5 fingers on the bottom to like get you to press the button faster than you could if you just like mashed the button.
No, so because I ended up for the most part playing on PC actually. There used to be a game. I don't know if you can still do it, but you used to be able to play games on Facebook. Maybe I'm sounding a little bit boomer here, but you used to be able to play games on Facebook. There used to be one called Tetris Battle. I used to play Tetris Battle, which was like PvP Tetris basically.
Yeah.
And I got quite good at that. And then the real joke of it all came from the fact that I made a second Facebook account to have a Smurf on Tetris Battle. So, as you can tell, it was getting pretty serious at that point.
That's glorious. I'm glad I know that about you now.
Yep.
It's a good bit of info. Yeah, anyway, how'd that go for you? Did you, the Smurfing go, was it good practice?
Yeah, no, it was good. Because what it was, I don't know if you know the concept of T-spinning. Anyone that's a Tetris fan, like an actual proper Tetris fan, will know what a T-spin is. So I wanted to learn how to T-spin. That's why I made a Smurf, because it's like a different technique. You know, normally you just line up the lines and you just smash the lines out as fast as you can. But T-spinning is a different thing. So I wanted to learn how to do that.
I was more into like the meat spin sort of things.
Yeah, I'm sure you were. Yeah.
But yeah, I wasn't really proficient with the T-spin. And rope spinning, you know, bit of skipping.
Yep.
Pretty agile with my feet back in the day, Jordan. Still am. Some would say.
How many Fortnite dances do you think you could do in a 30-second period? Like how many different variations?
I know, like 3, maybe. I'd be able to do the start of the default dance. We've got that floss dialed. You've seen that before.
Take the L.
Oh yeah, take the. I forgot that's not really a dance, is it? But
it is.
Fortnite says it is, so we'll cop it. Yeah, I could do those 3. I'm sure there's like a worm or something. I could maybe do that. From what I remember, if I had a little wooden horse, I could ride around on that. That's also technically a Fortnite emote. Maybe not a dance. And that's it. Anyway, we got gun rounds. Let's get back to the serious business. But before that, how many do you reckon you'd crank out?
0, because I don't actually know how to dance. Go for 0.
That's true.
Ooh. Under a bit of pressure here. There's flashes all over the place. He couldn't see a thing. But he did get himself a kill onto Summer, which is a good start. And the Huns are starting to put together a pretty good CT side here. That one bright spot for Rare Adam being the force by win, but they haven't put much more together. And still a lot of players trying to hold on to Banana right now, which is working out pretty well for the Huns. Yami, once again though, he's going to overstay. And that is, I think, one of the issues for these younger players in Mongolia is that they always just want to be the hero. You know, he can just back off there into the B bomb site and play the numbers advantage. Instead, he gives up his life, and now they don't actually have any control over B. So let's see how much that is going to cost the Huns.
Here's Zeralt just chilling. Waiting for the two-man flank up. Banana to make its way into position. But I really enjoy where Rare Adam are playing from as well. Triple over towards con side. Li Hung. Oh, lovely little timing on the first, but surely they don't expect two more in the same position. And that time has ticked way too far for Bartak to do it all on his own, but he won't be allowed to even exit the vicinity. Big damage onto him, 73. He'll be right to save. Kaze, the same cannot be said, but it is going to be a second on the T side, locked in for RA.
Yeah, let's just have a look back at this replay. Oh, we don't actually catch Yami. Again, I just sort of seen a couple of instances in this game so far where Yami has overstayed his welcome.
Yeah. Got to be able to think on your feet. Especially at this level of CS, the top of the Asia-Pacific region. Missed Chi into the apps. Unfortunate scenes and a missed shot from 9. All right. Creeping in towards the carp side. Incendiary extinguished. Oh, and I don't think the CTs are quite ready for this. 9. The scope's going to be close enough to be heard. Lovely little peek. And 9 unable to go toe-to-toe with that one. Awkward position from Bartak, and he's not going to be able to find anything. Child King doing it all himself.
Yeah, this is really starting to fall apart now for the Huns, and it all comes back to that last round, and the Huns, you feel like they've really missed a trick here. They could have had such a strong first half, but Rare Adam are right back into it now. The Huns are playing this economic game again. They're having to save their guns. Their money's going to start to get low. They could have been up, 5-6-2, something like that. But not the case anymore. And Rare Adam are coming back with a vengeance.
Jordan, are you a enjoyer of tea?
I am.
You are?
Yep.
Well, I went and had a Thai massage the other day. I had a little Thai lady, and she trod all over my back. And I'd never experienced that, but it was great. It was like her heels were going into the muscles that at depths I've never felt before. Yeah. And that was great. But then afterwards, they gave us like a little Thai tea, and I don't know what it was, but it had like it was like a hibiscus or something. And maybe a bit of honey in there. It was lovely.
I do like a bit of honey in my tea.
Yeah. So you do like tea. So I was just thinking, what's your go-to tea?
English breakfast.
English breakfast. Okay. You're not like a green or a...
No, I don't like green tea actually. But I do like most kinds of black tea.
Okay. And my follow-up question, what are you shotgunning or dipping in that tea?
Usually, it would be a milk arrowroot.
Milk arrowroot. Oh, okay.
Yep.
They're all right, those. It's been a hot minute.
But I don't tend to do it a lot, just because I find if I start with one, then I end up having like 5 or 6. And by that stage, half my tea's gone. So I sort of buy them like once every couple of months just to buy a packet, and then I go through it in like a week.
Yeah.
But most of the time I drink my tea without any biscuit.
Well, honestly, if you are trying to bulk, trying to put on weight, you know, that's actually not a bad idea if you can pump a whole packet a night.
Yeah, but I don't know if that gives you much nutritional value, does it? It's a lot of just probably just sugar, really.
But it's if you're going macro-wise, it's all carbs. It's all just carbs, and you need that when you're a runner like you.
Have a look at this one for 9.
Hold that thought.
Oy. He's on point. He is on point. It's a good clear from 9.
Good re-aggression.
He's going to go again. Yummy.
Why not?
Yummy's thinking about it. Wait, how has he gone so far? They're just not peeking him at all. Oh, that is clean. That's nice from What? He's got... Oh, my God. He's helped out by Bartak as well. Yummy this time... Oh, hang on. No. I so thought there was going to be another knife in there.
He just didn't have time to hit the right click.
Yeah.
Oh, and speaking of that time, Child King's hiding.
You can see the mentality of Yami again in that round, though, can't you? Like, he's not happy with the 1 kill that he got. You know, you could get that 1 kill through the smoke, back it up a little bit, play the next angle in the side. You could get the 2nd kill, back it up and play the angle in the side. No, you could get the 3rd kill. No, he even decides, I've killed all 3, or, you know, with the help of someone else, we've killed 3. Oh, I'm going to pull my USP out, continue to spam. That didn't work. I'm going to now pull my knife out and run into the smoke. Like, this guy, he does not have an S button.
Relentless. Absolutely relentless. Well, let's have a look at where they go now. And if Yami just wants to have his game of his career. Incredible hold on a short, faster approach though from RA, and look at that damage done with the HEs. Softened up, Cobra a little worried. Yami chipped down to 60. Zeroth even copying some collateral damage. He was just there. He was just a bystander. Don't hate this though. Yami in a good position to lob that flash forward, send the boys in. If they do want to go for the full retake on Banana, here's the banger. There's a connection. Child King spotted on the jump throw. Ooh, Witty ain't going down without a fight.
Grenade. Not a bad one. Cobra Zero though. Oh, he's cooked. One way or the other, he was dead. But some responding util from the Huns. They don't have any more delaying util. This 1 smoke is going to be the last that they've got. Yummy. Is going to be able to get himself into the bomb site, which was spotted. Oh, and that's a really nice shot from Lihang. There's that firepower that we're talking about. Bartak will need to do something really special to win this round, and that was quite nice. Good spray down onto Summer, but 2v3 for the retake, and these 2 players have to come across from B. Just don't think it's happening.
Yeah, you're saving. Best case, you try and take a few more rifles out of the hands of RA and try and deny the exit. And both these CTs are in good positions to do just that. No kit means they will quickly run out of time here. Ooh, but Yummy, it's just that fake fadeaway. There's one AK picked up, another as well denied. And Kaze taken out of the round as well. Imagine if there was a kit and they were actually going for that.
Yep.
There would have been time for a defuse if old mate was in apps. That being said, is what it is, mate.
It is what it is. Yeah, that molly, a nice one. Cobra Zero, he was up the creek without a paddle. And good effort from Bartak.
Yeah.
You know, what's Child King up to there? You know, he's just bouncing around all over the place. I guess he's trying to hunt, maybe, but just some very loosey-goosey Counter-Strike from Rare Adam in the playoffs of ESL Challenger League so far. And I wonder if they continue to bring that to the table. Are they going to meet their match here today? You know, 5 on the CT side here for the Huns is really not a bad shot at all. I'd say they've almost achieved the past score on Inferno. I don't know what your thoughts are, but 7-5 T side kind of feels like it's where you'd want to be at. Well, that's some good damage onto Cobra Zero, by the way. Bartak and 9, though, getting involved in the round early on in the piece. B is looking very weak, however. These A players are getting the info early that there's nothing happening over there, so they'll be quick on this rotate, but Cobra Zero can't do anything to delay. He's got no HP to play with.
Yeah, he's just living. But he's here. Heard you're not if you're not there, or something like that.
Nade and 2 incendiaries for this retake though for the Huns. And Kaze is in dark, which would be like kind of the first place you'd want to throw an incend.
Yeah, gone to the right spot. T's crossed, I's dotted, and let's see if Cobra's going to be able to get the info for 9 to try and lock this one on in. But that smoke's going to be played across the top. And Kaze, lovely shot onto 9 to close things out. And we are all tied up with 2 rounds remaining in the half.
Got to be a save from the Huns here. 2.4k loss bonus is going to get them enough. Yeah, it's just unfortunate from the B hold here that it fell apart there because the start was so good for the Huns. If Zerol is just going to back up there instead of try and fight in that smoke, but he'd already kind of committed by the time those 2 kills came through. So I don't know if he was getting out of there alive one way or the other.
Well, quick tactical before it's gotten too late in the half.
Yeah, well, it's an interesting time to call attack, isn't it? You could have... Ooh, they've got to just... Wow. How do you feel about this?
Yeah.
Force buy in this
Yeah,
round.
it depends on the team's theory. Not the worst. You did say, 7 to 5 is kind of the par. So if the Huns can snatch away 1 or at least put some financial pressure onto RA, it'll make the next round easier. So there's a good argument for why you'd go for the force here. 5-7's still effective. The Eagle's still effective at close range. Zerol really hasn't had a chance to play the game. 2 and 4 out of like 10 rounds that have gone past so far. He just really hasn't seen any action.
Yeah, even in that last round, like he's hiding in the smoke, and then as soon as he shows his head, it's instantly banged off, so hasn't had much impact at all. Flash through, Cobra's there and needs help, and he's not getting it.
A little bit late on that util.
Yeah, and as Zerol holding the B site solo, Smoke's going to go into CT spawn. He's got another smoke. He's just going to gamble back through this smoke. Ooh, he should get 1 here at least. 2's good. We'll take that. Zerol impact in the penultimate round of the half. Oh, Summers decided not to plant the bomb there. 9 with the footsteps has caused him to cancel, and Summers on his way to A.
I don't hate this, but it is kind of classic Summer. Oh, creates just enough space as well to deny any info, any sound going across to the Huns. And he's going to fall back himself. Picked up some extra util in the meanwhile. Another smoke here to play with. Nice open plant there on default. So many places you can play here. Smoke and a banger used instantly just to try to reposition to pit. What do we got from the CTs? 2 smokes, 1 flash. Ooh, AWP and an MP9. Jordan, who do you favour?
I think I favour Summer at the moment. Time is working in his favour. And the shot missed by 9. Oh, he's got the pistol out. Does he have time for the defuse here? Doesn't have a kit.
No kit.
Doesn't have time. So it'll be another one for Rare Atom, and these rounds could prove really quite crucial. Expecting a close match here, and every round matters for Rare Atom.
Good to see that 9 was able to escape away with the AWP. So there will be some extra firepower moving into the final round of the half for the Huns. And then for RA, this is what we were talking about. Look, you got Kaze down to a Tech 9. Lee Hung again on a Mackie, just to get the extra util across the board. But so far, so good. If you can stack a 7th on with this buy, you're laughing. And the Huns as well. AWP carried across. That leaves enough space for the M4s, the MP9s to get a little bit of action here. But this time it is going to be fighting fire with fire or aggression with aggression. Child King ready as ever for that one coming down. Banana, awkward Summer, barely alive. And the Molly is just to slow things down towards the A side of things. The Huns licking those bruises at the moment and just trying to figure out exactly how to get back into this round of the 2v4.
Or would have been one way if Yami could have doubled down there, but unable to do so. We'll open up the B bomb site, and so Bartak, who's had a pretty good half, is not going to be able to get anything done there in the back end. 5-7, and the Huns might be a bit disappointed to see that scoreline at halftime. 7-5 is the score, and I said at the end of the half there that I thought that the Huns might be a bit disappointed by the way that ended up playing out, because they really were in control of that half to begin with, and then just a couple of rounds where, you know, maybe a couple of overzealous plays by individuals here and there, money situation became problematic, and then Rare Adam kind of run away with things towards the back half. 7-5. If they start off with the pistol round here, Rare Adam going to be poised quite nicely to give themselves a lead heading into map 2. That's interesting though from Summer. Caught in transition. Li Hang, nice double from him. He's got no HP, but he's still got a USP, and somebody can't get anything done with the dualies. It's unreasonable that Li Hang is the one that gets 2 kills there. But you kind of get the idea about what I was talking about as well, where if Li Hang and Child King aren't popping off, the rest of their team don't really seem to be able to step up in some instances. 9 tucked, gets himself an easy one onto Child King, so it's just Kaze in the 1v3. And I have to say, Rare Adam, this pistol round, it could have been so much more.
Still could be. Nope, not anymore. Kaze turns the car around and looks to just go for some exits, maybe save the Kev to the next. And that's the best case scenario now. Thought he could have been on with a shot, but realizes, you know what, that Kevlar can go a long way in the next, especially with the $350 helmet. Ooh, that's spicy. Or does he just keep saving? Does he look for the AWP? That is a negative soldier. We are going all in MP9s for everyone except for somebody who wants the extra util. Goes for the 5.7 instead. And the Huns on the other side of the board, firepower for Yami. And then the rest is just sort of shared across. 2 split. Rare Adam getting Summer just to bring across the extra util towards the B site individuals. And with all this util getting dumped towards Banana, the Huns seem to be very aware that Rare Adam are on a buy hit.
Yeah. Well, it shouldn't be much of a surprise at all. It's just kind of the nature of the game at the moment, isn't it? Flashes over the top. Smoking for CT. But counter util out from Rare Atom is going to keep the Huns at bay for now. And there's actually quite a bit of counter util for Rare Atom. They've got a bunch of smokes they can still cycle through. Huns have to be a little bit careful. They don't wait too long in this round. They have enough util of their own to still make it into these sites. But Rare Atom are really not feeling the pressure at the moment.
Interesting setup on A. Just going full total. One smoke on Kaze and another on Child King. But do they block? Yep, one goes towards Apps at the 36-second mark. So not going to be a lot of time for the Huns to go for the pump. Or if Cobra could manage to get that opening, then maybe they'll just commit towards the B side of things. But Lee Hung says, I can move faster too.
Oh dear.
And he's going to be able to lock it almost the whole way in 20 seconds. They need to get past him, so Rock going to be holding it down. But he won't be allowed to do anything but frown. Bomb on the ground and Bartak. Ah, mate, this one's over.
How come my MP9 can't shoot like that?
I don't know, mate. Have you been practicing your aim?
I mean, I've been playing a bit.
Oh.
That's bad. Yeah, that's bad.
Oof. What was that? $700 dues. 700. Jordan, that's not a lot of dues to dollary with.
No, it is not. Yeah, I mean, that should have been traded every day of the week by the Huns, though. Lee Hang getting away with absolute murder here. He's 99 HP for the first two. Okay, we'll give it to him. But now he's down to 18 HP. I mean, like... And he was doing that all on his own. I don't think there was anybody else there with him. No flashes, no nothing. He's just swinging. That's all it was. I don't know how, looking at the KDs right now, the Huns are actually behind, by the way. Right, Kaze's 5 and 9, somebody's 6 and 12, Summer's 7 and 11. You got 3 guys going negative on Rare Atom, and they're actually winning.
They just saved a lot. They just saved a lot. I feel like if there's a map where this is going to happen, it is this map.
Yeah. Oh.
What have we got here?
Nothing happening.
Incendiary to block. Yeah, they just get forced away at the minute mark. Just happy with baiting out the utility. Reroute towards Apps. Bomb still chilling at mid. It's just a matter of when and if they want to go through this smoke. But the mid smoke is actually deep as hell, so it does partially break up the crossfire. Kaze happy just to run around and use that movement speed to his advantage. But in the meanwhile, you've also got Cobra now having a sniff towards Banana. Until he's not. 40 seconds. 5v3 on the A side.
Cobra's got a pretty good nose, doesn't he? That's how that's how snakes like live. They smell stuff, right? I think that's right. Anyway,
yeah, they smell with their bellies.
Really? We're gonna have to get into that in a second because the Huns trying to work their way into this A-bomb site are kind of just having the door slammed shut on them on both sides. The entry not going well at all. Yamming and Bartak. Last standing will be finished off. That's a perfect round for Rare Atom. 5 guns through. Tell me more. Snakes smell with their stomachs.
Yeah, I meant tongue.
Okay.
It's a completely different part of the body.
I was going to say, that sounded a bit strange.
No, I knew it was something that wasn't their nose, and I just had to take a stab. Look.
Is it smell or taste?
Technically, it's all connected, right? So I wasn't too far off. But yeah, they smell with their tongues. I've just Googled to check, I'm not going to lie. I did used to know these things about snakes, just because, you know, we're Australian, and I feel like it was relevant to know things about snakes. So if you got bit, you could know which ones were the ones that had hurt more.
Cobra, what's up there, buddy? What's going on there, buddy? He's just literally sends it down Banana on his own. Fair enough.
I feel like there's starting to be a bit of a disconnect with
it
the
does
Huns
feel
here
that
on the
way.
T side.
Yeah.
He was like, hey, I got front spawn, I'll go Banana. And didn't actually ask for help, and no one actually said, hey, I'll come and help. They were just like, oh, yeah, good luck. Let us know if you get a 2K with a Glock.
Yep.
Anyway, back to snakes. Do you know any fun facts about animals, Jordan?
Oh, jeez. You put me on the spot. The first thing that came into my head was that wombats have square poop. Is it wombats or elephants?
Wombats have square poop.
It's one of them.
I'm going to have a weird search history after tonight. Wombat poop. Let's go. Yep, you're right. It's like little rocks.
Yep.
Oh, that's different. Were you like a wombat cube stacker or what? Is that where this came from?
No, I don't know how I knew that. I think it must have just been in one of them like random factoid books when you were a kid, you know?
Yep.
It's just stuck with me. That is a headshot. And that is a grenade kill. So it's all happening in this round, even though nobody can see anybody.
Yeah, Carp's looking to be contested now. Kaze quite deep on the balcony. Doesn't want to go too mid to long range. And on the other side of things, RA happy just to keep on taking banana. But in the meanwhile, it's 9 happy to just poke his head into places it doesn't belong. Some are going to be losing his skull. And now it's all up to Kaze to hold this solo, but there's a fast flank already coming through, and with that smoke going down, the CTs have to let the bomb cross, but in the meanwhile, Kaze doing a great job to buy some extra time. Now that one's going to be coming through apartments. Bomb will be able to make its way through. Somebody waiting the nade. Oh, not enough to disincentivize him. Molly maybe. Oh, it's all down to these angles.
21 HP on that bomb cross, by the way. If somebody was there half a second sooner, he might have got himself a nice kill. Smoke's up. They're going to try and clear out pit. And good job done by Child King. So now it becomes real. It becomes a real possibility. They've just got to find Cobra Zero, and they would be expecting that he was the player that crossed into the side to plant the bomb. Potentially, they think that was the guy that has gone down the backside, but they've just got to clear close, and they will do a good job of that. They will really switch on in that retake, Rare Adam. 11-6. CT side of Inferno going without too much of an issue.
Good coordination as well. Let them know somebody's got the kit. Make sure he's on the bomb, or we're just going to potentially throw this beautifully retaken round away. But yeah, that's Child King firing up. Lovely couple of shots. Good patience as well, not to go through the smoke and just wait it out. Make sure every nook and cranny of the A site was cleared. 2 more rounds needed, and the Huns, after taking the pistol, have pretty much just taken the piss this half. Fast approach though. We're going to go around the world. Carp's control going to be there for RA. 3 members all the way through, long smoked off. Things a little bit awkward. Some are going to be able to find 1 at range. 9 denied at short, but the molly will finish off Kaze. And now it's up to both Bartak and Cobra to try to make this one work, but they don't know how to get past Summer just yet, and that's a great way to do it. Jumping up onto the moto. Bartak has to toss the bomb across before that smoke fades, and there will be time to plant.
Yeah, for all the good that's going to do him. Smoke's going to go down. That may make it more difficult to trade somebody, but apparently not, as Child King's just going to go straight through it anyway. Hey!
Hey!
What is that? Having a bit of fun. All right, get this over and done with, fellas. Get that defused. 12-6. Yeah, I mean, bomb plant helps the buy, of course, but it just doesn't feel like the Huns have got a lot going for them on this T side at all.
Yeah, they just kind of got folded in the second half. Good to see this out of RA though. You know, we were skeptical coming into this match.
Yeah,
but it's still Inferno. I know. Look, hopefully we'll see what kind of RA we get moving into Dust2, which is the Huns pick. You know, maybe they'll be a bit more comfortable over there. But for the moment, it looks like this T side, yeah, it needs a little bit of work for the Huns.
Okay, I was going to say it's good to see somebody back in the server, but not in this round at least. So I think that's having a positive impact on Rare Adam. Although the weird thing was, like, CAT, the coach, he was, I would argue, almost their best player for the last couple of days, which is really, really strange. It just felt like Rare Adam as a whole were very, very switched off in those games. CAT the only one that was really super locked in, but that might still yet come. Inferno, at least, the base level from Rare Adam seems to be good enough. It's an interesting round, interesting setup from Rare Adam. They kind of just completely left the A side open. It was an educated gamble. Kazi got the kill over there. You know, smokes up carpets and thinks, all right, well, they're not going to push A now, which was true.
Nice little fake with the smokes. Problem is, RA are full focus still towards bracket. Got that double arch set up. Fast rotations from one of these individuals, but it's going to be a push forward. Might just be the fast lane towards Banana instead, and the B anchor goes down. See you later, Lee Hang, and hello, B side.
How many fortunate kills through smokes have the Huns actually had in this half? I feel like it's a decent number. Whoa! Some W key gameplay. It's got to be traded, and it is. Back to 2-on-2. Very winnable round now for Rare Atom, and probably should not have been. Child King going to be the one walking his way out onto site, causing a bit of a ruckus, making some noise, hoping to find anything, able to clear out construction. Will fall to Bartak, and Kaze's out of here. Just wants to hang on to the AWP.
Yeah, that'll be successful. No one quite chasing. The Huns realize, look, we kind of need to keep these two weapons alive if we want to enter the conversation of a comeback at all. Lovely moving, crazy little opening from Cobra, which did allow the Huns to convert one more here in the second half. But there's still a fair few to go, 5 to be exact. And the money is at least there for the most part. RA as well, having a couple of clean ones, have afforded them a buy here, and then one more in the next. And in the meanwhile, can work on that round loss bonus if necessary. Change of pace from the Huns. They want to fight for Banana, and they will, but just from the bottom of it. Coldzera, sorry, Cobra. My bad. Cobra Zera, of all people. An opening again, but this time looking a little bit different. Nice little answer by somebody across the top, and beautiful job from Yami to help out Rare Adam.
He was. He must have been holding a nade. He must have been holding a nade when he died.
It had to be. He had it pinned. You die with it, drops on the ground, and that is just an unfortunate, literally a series of unfortunate events.
Yeah, that's so unfortunate. The Cobra Zero, the one as well, is just standing next to him. Like, could have been anybody. Had to be the guy that was on his feet. Rare Adam is still giving up the B side.
But they're also pressuring right down mid. Bartak,
Stop.
Ready for the flank.
Why not
Stop what? Stop what?
Stop walking down middle. Somebody. Just stop. You've got so much space there. I don't know. It's just a somebody way though, isn't it?
It is.
Very losable round now for Rare Adam. Nice timing though, through the smoke. And that is going to be Child King, 21-12 to finish off the map. He gets that 13-7 up there for Rare Adam. Interesting game of Inferno, but it didn't really feel like the Huns gave us the best look tonight, I didn't think. You know, good start from them, no doubt about it. This was a great pistol from 9.
I think it's, yeah, screw it. Can we just not play D2? Is that something that's like a possibility?
Are you a D2 hater?
No.
I kind of am.
You've just convinced me. I've convinced myself that we don't need to play this, that the Huns have already won, and that, you know, going to map 3 would just be better for everyone. But look, well, they're getting into it. Let's just bring back best of ones at this point, Jordan, you know?
Yeah.
Is that what we're aiming?
MR12 BO1s? What if we just made it MR9 BO1s? How about that?
Ooh,
First to 10.
Ooh, okay, you're cooking.
Nice even number. Oh, yeah, hang on. Cooking, by the way, is Rare Atom. Yami got a bit of a handful here at bedroom doors. Zeralt as well. Oh, Rare Atom They've overcooked it, man. They did overcook it.
Yeah, you know, get the numbers, fall away. Rare Adam, not very good at that at the best of times, but look, in a 2v3, there's still every opportunity for Mr. Pusher himself.
Yami again, by the way.
Push P.
Giving up a numbers advantage.
Okay, Lee Hung
Is there a hole?
may be able to work his way on the flank, but he's got to pick things up. And I dare say... I thought Mr. Pusher P himself was going to maybe push a little bit too far, but both CTs are seen. Isolated fight for Cobra Zera, and he might be able to bring this one back in the bag for the Huns. With 49 seconds on the clock, he has gone for the full rotation, and Lee Hung is currently none the wiser, just expecting him to eventually make his way back up short, but yeah, I don't think that.
He'll be probably spotting him in a second on the cross. Can I just say, by the way, this pistol round, absolute comedy of errors from both teams. Like, this has been a horrific pistol.
Yep, Cobra's going to jump up. Cobra's going to get spotted peeking, and, oh, okay, not die. Not get flicked, but does he reposition? Does he do anything? Oh, headshot line.
Oh.
And there you go, repeat. Going to be able to do it. A on the board for another pistol, and I dare say that's going to be incredibly confidence instilling for them here on D2.
Will it? Will it? Can you be confident after that pistol?
Yeah, you won the pistol. You won the round.
I don't know if I am.
Yeah.
But yeah, they won the round. So
Source engine works in mysterious ways, Jordan.
Yeah, the Huns got lost in the source, I think. Kind of Rare Adam did as well. I want to know if Rare Adam can get saucy, though, on this CT side. I mean, Kaze, Scout. Don't hate that. Nine's also got a Scout. Could be some shenanigans through middle. Nine's looking for it, that's for sure. They've both tagged one another. That looks like that'll be enough for Kaze.
Flashes forward. Insend towards the right side of tunnels, which is there for Kaze to try and spot someone escaping the vicinity, but there was no one there. And the Huns just taking it one step at a time.
Yeah, big setup in middle. You can kind of be happy with Kaze just set on the line on B. Ooh. Somebody's down to 2 HP. Lee Hang also copping, I think, a scout shot from 9.
Yeah. And the jig is up.
Damage being done.
Huns showing that they have gone for the force buy here. Flash up short. Rare Adam, I like the reposition back towards long. Just going for the re-clear. And meanwhile, Lee Hung not allowing Cobra up short for free. And that is going to be first blood drawn finally. And the bomb's still trying to figure out where it wants to go here, Jordan. It is just hanging around mid doors. But I dare say we're going to see some pressure towards short, then some pressure towards B. And if they can find an entry at either one of these positions, you'll see that rotation back. But as I say that, info gained. Good shot from Kaze in the meanwhile. Bomb going to be making its way straight up mid B, and that has now been seen.
It'll be a fast flank, though, from Rare Adam. They're already on their way out of A. Lee Hang doing a great job, and Summer in from CT spawn will make sure that that mid push is not going to happen. Kaze gets Yami. That's a perfect round for Rare Atom, and an upgrade for Kaze as well is lovely. This is going to be a pretty decent start to the map for Rare Atom.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. And now we are down to the Pistolas for the Huns. All right. Everything they need and more, and I dare say Summer's going to be running that. Where's that MP9? Oh, it's over towards long. Thought he'd be more hungry for the eco frags. Just staying respectful for the moment. And it looks like the Huns just want to play the range game. Engage in those kinds of events. And look, it's not the worst thing to take part in.
Okay, that's a good recovering kill from Lee Hang. Looks like he wants to stick around for more. Going to pop flash his way back into middle. Oh, there we go. Nice shot onto Yami. But I have to say, these Deagles getting quite a bit of work done. I'm kind of scared that Li Hang is sticking around here. Some decent damage onto Cobra Zera. It's the second time in 3 rounds that Rare Adam have decided that they wanted to fight mid. And the first time was in the pistol. That did not go well. Second time here in the anti-eco. It's kind of also been a bit awkward, a bit scary. Li Hang really working hard to ensure that this does end up getting locked in. And Kaze will find that freebie. So 3-0. Rare Adam off to a flyer here on Dust2.
Sneaky, sneaky. Ooh. Cracker of a shot there. And RA just doing all of the right things so far. The Huns back on the guns. And heavy investment over towards the upper Huns area. 4 here, 1 at mid. Zeralt actually going quite quickly in this direction. That HE softening the blow. Oh, Li Hang trying to get that smoke down in time. But the opening is there. It's found and the B site is open with no RA members to stop this bomb from getting planted.
Yeah, good damage done onto 9 though on the cross. And the util is keeping the Huns at bay from taking too much of that site control initially. So Rare Adam have almost like pre-rotated before the bomb plan's even gone down. Somebody just having a little bit of a look here. And Molly not spreading too far though. Rare Adam waiting out the counter util before they're going to go for their retake. But man, there's so much util still available to the Huns. So Rare Adam will cut their losses and say, all right, you have that one. We'll come back into the next round still with a really good bite.
Yeah, still early days. But the Huns not allowing RA to be too far ahead in the lead. As you mentioned, gentleman's handshake. 8 alive at the end of the round. And where to in the 5th? Looking at spawns. Okay. Who's that there? Bartak has best spawn for long. 9 not too far behind him. We're playing spawns, boys. This is your chance. Yeah, they'll give it a crack. Eyes on the pros. 9. Bit of a miss flash to get things off. And the rest are a little bit later. So a little awkward, but space was taken, and then long control is there. Cobra on the other extremity. Drawing attention back from RA. Kaze. Warp in hands. Gonna have his vision denied. Molly to play forward. And Jordan, you said he doesn't do this anymore. You said he wasn't the frisky, aggressive kind of guy. This Kaze fella.
Oh. Awkward one from Zeralt. Gives up the player advantage. It's another one where the Huns, they have the numbers and they're not really great at holding on to them. Kaze holding close. Gonna miss his shot. But able to get his util down, back himself up a little bit into the site. Flash is coming through over the top right now. He needs one more. He's actually getting assistance as well, so maybe he doesn't need one. Oh, he needs anything. Come on. 2 misses from Kaze. Summer did well to get the first. It should have probably been around for Rare Adam, but a couple of big whiffs with the AWP, and now it's on to somebody solo.
Great timing on the molly. Eyes across the top, and 9 will strike him down. Big round out of the Huns just to speed up, punish that positioning from Kaze after the, 1-2 missed opportunities.
It was more than that. He had the first one when he was holding upper tunnels, which then he backs up and gets at least 2 more shots off. Maybe 3. I can't recall if he fired one when he got flashed as well.
I think he shot 2 and then pulled the Deag out.
Yeah.
And then the Deagle just couldn't hit. Oh. Oh, wait, that was Yami. What was that? Pick on the long corner.
Yep.
Ah, there he was. Lee Hang standing on the dead body. Couldn't spot it. But somebody... Ooh. You got a sniff. They're going to double peek him. Jump up, peek low. Ooh, I like that. Great coordination out of the Huns to find themselves another pick.
Lee Hang just got booked.
Mm-hmm.
But Summer and Child King have found a killer piece, so round's not done yet. Summer's on his way to B for whatever reason. Oh, and he's actually out, but he does not know that Cobra Zero is so close. Still, he's sharp enough to hit the shot. Bomb's on its way to A. I mean, that's a mid to B smoke, so Child King definitely reading into that there's probably going to be a hit towards B, but nothing spotted in middle. He may be on a fast flank on short here.
Yeah. Oh, this is looking real good. Smoke flash for him, but he might just choose the element of surprise instead. Zeralt trying to figure out exactly where he's gone.
Oh my
Noise
God.
made over towards CT. What is that reaction? Zeralt is nuts, and Summer is low. One bullet and he's done. Great timing on the peak, and the Huns will equalize 3 apiece. But what a chaotic round.
Yeah, these really, really close rounds going the way of the Huns are very problematic for Rare Adam, though.
Yeah.
It's a nice shot from Bartak, of course, but yeah, I mean, I just keep going back to that previous round. That one probably should have been won. It would have meant that Rare Adam weren't even going to be in this position, but now we're at 3-3. And the Huns putting together their T side, kind of starting to wake up a little bit here. It's going to be Rare Adam that will take a single save.
Oh, good AG through the corner smoke. Chunk of damage onto Cobra. But Long essentially just gifted. It is a rough piece of the puzzle to hold if you're only on these pistols. And you don't have that utility. Cobra playing anti. Zeralt the point man. And RA in the meanwhile have managed to shift and hold heavy numbers towards the A side. So let's see if this gamble pays off.
Yeah, Smoke's keeping Huns moving slowly. A little bit of a hole in that one as well for somebody to try to exploit. He spots them out. Damage being done onto Cobra Zera. No kills just yet from Rare Adam. Molly pushing them out of position on the site. And ultimately, it's a pretty clean take from the Huns in the end.
Yeah, good patience. I think that gap exists if you body block the smoke, which is what somebody was trying to do. Didn't work as intended. But Summer is still here and was thinking about finding himself a cheeky upgrade. Cobra, 8 HP here. Yeah, he doesn't know if he lives, so he's going to try to escape, but that will be his downfall. AK on the ground, irretrievable.
Oh, that one.
Oh, that one, though. You'll take that if you can get out. I think he's aware. There is danger around the corner, and D2 explosion radius is teeny tiny. So he will be afforded an AK into round 8.
Yeah, not a bad take from the Huns, though. Looking very comfortable on the T side of Dust2. You can see that they're really crossing the T's, dotting the I's, using that util nicely. Aware of what's clean and what's dirty. And not getting too overzealous anywhere. Long taken easily by the Huns, but somebody has crept a long way up middle. Don't know if he's heard Yami, but he's definitely got a beat on him.
Yeah, he knew that someone was hanging around. His timing.
It's looking good.
Yeah.
I just see some delaying util out here from Child King and Rare Adam over on A long. Give somebody a bit more time to work. He's being watched by Yami, though.
Oh. Okay.
Shadow comes into play in this position as well. Yeah. Well, it's just a bit too soon from somebody, isn't it?
Yeah, I think there may be miscommunication. You know, when that fury of blocking long smoke is up, that will slow the T's down, and they may be worried about the flank. So all these things need to be communicated and taken into account. Oh, Cobra spot that across the top. Knows that Child King is having a sniff, looking for damage from CT there. Great cover to get this bomb planted for Platt. In the meanwhile, Child King tried to escape. Will not be allowed. Fizo has been denied. And Lee Hung now 1v5 angle just to try and save the rifle.
Yeah, they're on the hunt. All 5 Huns players already on the hunt. He's not going to get away with this gun, surely. Not unless he gets some kills. And he's not able to do so. So this is starting to look quite grim for Rare Atom. I mean, the rounds themselves have been pretty close, or there's been something in the round that's looked decent for Rare Atom. They lose that round with not a single gun alive, but if you just slow down that flank from somebody, completely different round. You know, it's not far away from being decent from Rare Atom, but they just don't seem to have that level of comfort or understanding of the map that they need to get over the line against the Huns at the moment.
Yeah. Sometimes it may just boil down to the patience game. Nice attempt on the wallbang there from 9. Looked pretty good on my screen.
And like, you know, spam through the smoke, like what are you going to do? Right? It's just, everything the Huns do is turn into gold.
Making the right reads. Oh, and they are happy just to fight that one together. Bartak, another confidence kill. And that is going to be 6 swift rounds on the T side. This time, though, taking stock of the spawns. Ooh, I think Bartak has... Is that second best? Maybe even best spawn. With 4 players nowhere near him. So we'll see if it is just going to be coordinated flashes for him, if anyone. Yeah, no, he's not going for the peak. Yep. Just going for the hinge smoke.
Well, now or never for Rare Atom to start coming back into this half. Don't need to be winning the CT half on Dust2, but you do need to be getting more than 3.
Slow creep through lower. Just attempting to go for the regroup on short. Only issue I'm seeing right now is Bartak is solo with the bomb. If he doesn't get a little regroup going with the rest of the boys, then this could be awkward. You can see the pass off there. So sends that to Zeralt instead, just so he can hang around towards the top of mid for the moment. And with 50 on the clock, 9 going to be the tip of the spear out mid, looking for an opening with the mid B smoke up. We smoke on that. Connection with the AVP. Dangerous, hoping he can snag some shots on the timing, but Zeralt's going to send him right back.
Oh, Lee Hang oversteps. We'll go down to the AWP of 9. You do have Summer working middle. So again, if Lee Hang gets that first and then just slows things down a little bit, you might see a completely different round, but decides he wants to swing for the second player and will ultimately lose his life. Little things, tiny things that seem to be the big difference between Rare Atom and the Huns on this map at the moment. But this is starting to blow out a little bit. Rare Atom can't afford to be losing many more rounds than what they already have on this CT side, but
yeah,
how much of a say do they really have in the matter?
At the moment, not a whole lot. But I dare say they're looking to change that story. Ooh. Got to hit those, man. Got to hit those. Both AWPs looking like they will successfully make their way across. Unless the Zeralt goes up on boost, catches him off. Nah. The Huns just worried about themselves. As you know, sometimes you should be. Lovely opening onto Child King. And a good couple of follow-throughs there too.
All right, this is it. Summer already knows there's a player on that right side. Vincent's going to pull 9 back across, but Summer not peeking. The double AWP out. Somebody's got to be hitting some shots right here. Does have some backup on the bomb site. Somebody out in just no man's land has got himself 3, which will keep this round alive, but a misc push through the smoke from Child King gives up the player. And now it's a 2v1. Once again, another round that felt quite winnable for Rare Adam suddenly swings away from them again.
Honestly, just some really intuitive mid-round calling coming out of the Huns. Always in the right place at the right time, and just individually also currently looking that much better than a lot of the RA players. Load getting shared, deviation of 4 kills so far, which could change, maybe. Depending on if Zoralt gets himself an exit here, but I don't know if anyone's even interested in smelling out Kaze.
Nope.
We'll be just saving in the T-spawn.
Yeah, pretty insurmountable odds though for the T side now for Rare Adam. This will be 8 for the Huns, maybe even 9. I don't really see them pulling that back. Not on a map that's really not in their wheelhouse.
Yeah, I had high hopes.
Me too, after that pistol and the subsequent couple of rounds. And the sad part is for Rare Adam, it honestly doesn't feel like they've been that far away from getting another 1 or 2 rounds, but
yeah,
they haven't won a single one of them.
All right, spawns no good for A, pretty good for B, if that's the angle you want to take. For the Huns, B side's incredibly open, and it's an incredibly fast approach. Okay, RA getting outplayed with the call. And no smoke on the door means nothing to keep old mate Summer alive. It is just going to be big shots coming out of the AKs, and the B site found lots of mollies to refresh because they used minimal utility to get to this point. And I dare say this round is done and dusted. RA probably just going to be utilitied out. Going to have to just flash in through the smoke.
Yeah, gonna have to do something. Last round of the half. No second chances anymore for Rare Adam. Child King looking for the duel in upper dark, and he is going to get it. That might actually give them a little bit of a chance into this one. Half the bomb timer having now ticked away. They've got to go. Rare Adam out through the smoke. Zoralt, he doesn't spot him, and that is somehow the round that Rare Adam win. Like, of all the rounds, in the half, that's the gun round that you're going to win. I don't know if they've even won it. Have they not? They didn't get on the bomb. They did not get on the defuse in time. You're kidding me. What are we watching? I don't know. But 9-3 the scoreline, and the Huns are going to win map 2.
back into the second half, and there's not a lot of positives to really bring in for Rare Atom. They won the pistol, they won the next couple of rounds, and then they did absolutely bugger all for the rest of the half. Probably should have won themselves a fourth, but I think they just forgot to defuse in the final round, which is not a great sign. But the pistol round is going pretty nicely for them, so maybe there's going to be something to be said here for Rare Atom. It is a T-sided map. It is a T-sided game. Yeah. But coming back from a 9-3 deficit feels a bit to ask.
Nah, pistol's pretty good for it, but unless you throw it away. 2v4. Tempting to peek. Jordan, those kills would look so good on my HLTV rating. Better chase them.
It's true.
Better give in to temptation. Somebody, what's that? You can be the one to be the hero and get all these kills. Nah, it ain't happening.
Don't
Huns,
say that.
They've gone to the wrong way. They've gone to the wrong site, mate. There you go. Zerolt's letting them know, hey, get off my site. And he'll pad his stats somewhat. Nice couple of exits. He's actually doing really well for himself. 12 and 6. But, all right, get that pistol.
Yeah. I'm not convinced yet, Mac. I'm really not. I saw a team at IEM Melbourne. They won both pistols. They lost the map 11-4. 13-4, I should say.
I did ask a child out the front when everyone was lining up on grand final day, you know, who's taking it. He said he was a Vitality fan. And I was like, oh, what's the score? What's it going to be? And he was like 11-2. And I was like, mate, I don't know if that's enough for anyone to win, but it's all about education here.
Yep.
And we all learned that day. We all learned that Vitality are unbloody beatable.
Only just.
Only just. It took the world and then some. And millions of dollars too. And even then, couldn't beat him.
Well, this is not the round that Rare Atom really have to be too concerned about. But maybe they have to start getting worried about it. We're back to 3-on-3. 2 players spotted on A. Child King not perturbed by that fact at all. He's going to continue to work his way up short. There's a trade on long. And so Zerolt has to make a retake happen with an XM, which is probably the worst gun he could possibly have. Then again, you got players that are tagged up. You can get a bit of work done. You don't even have to aim it. You just shoot in their general direction. Oh, Kaze's down to 33 HP. Do not tell me he wins this with an XM and a USP. Come on, Kaze. Can't let this happen. Too close for comfort.
Yeah, awkward giggles, but they got it across the line.
Monka giggle.
This one, that was a large damage at that range, honestly.
Yep.
Knew exactly how to wrangle those pellets together. And it's kind of a long spawn. Not the best, but not the worst. And Child King says, I got a Mac 10, mate. I can create space and I can smell a couple of pistols around the corner. Look at how quickly he makes his way towards that long corner. It's just a fast A split. And the Huns are not positioned appropriately.
Not yet. Nine's going to be a pass on the flank. He's only got a USP to work with, so it doesn't really give him too much stopping power, but if he could get himself set up on short, he might be able to get a couple of nice headshots in there, and it does work out. He gets a kill onto Ling Hang. They are not aware of the player hiding inside the smoke either. This round's falling apart a bit for Rare Atom. 9 is going to drop.
Oh, Yami.
But Yami, yeah, he picked his time really, really nicely, and now Child King got to. If he didn't get that, he would have been in trouble. Yami now has the AK in hand. He's got a smoke to get himself out of dodge as well.
Mac 10 versus AK. No head armor though for Yami. And the aim punch a little bit too much in that circumstance. So Rare Atom will win themselves a round, but Mac, they are really struggling to get through these rounds against, you know, nothing buys essentially from the Huns. So makes me wonder that this is probably not going to be too easy for Rare Atom, even though they have started to bring things back a little bit. Once we're into the gun round, which we now are, I mean, yeah, Rare Atom, we need to see better from them. We do need to see better.
Yeah. 100%. Given the, I guess, recent caliber of the players, and even historical for some. CS2 is a different game, and sometimes it can be pretty good. Sometimes it can be pretty silly. Just like that. Child King not aware of the aggression up short. Li Hung at least in a good position to trade from lowers. There's going to be an AWP now retrievable for RA if they head in that direction. Kaze, he's sniffing it. He knows there's a big green around the corner, but the smoke will at least block on short for a time. And there's just smoke bloody everywhere. Zarol across the top of this smoke at mid doors. Good timing for the secondary attempt on the jump up. Molly down. Cobra comes in from up as he's actually gone for the full aggressive play. And the B side of the map has been full cleared out. So A site retake seems to be the call.
That's a pretty good read from Rare Atom actually to go quickly here, but they still need to get their way into the site. The nade, it's not quite going to be enough to finish off either of those short players, but does get Bartek and Yami very low. Bomb plant's still going to be required. Summer's able to pick up long, clear that one out. Nice open plant. It is still a winnable round here for Rare Atom. But first kill needs to be going the way of the T's here, and the Huns starting to just work their way forward. Contact play. Not being seen too much. Kaze hoping that somebody's going to save him. That will be the case in the end. Kaze surviving on 9 HP. If he could get one more right here, it might still be a winnable round. But now it comes into question as Summer will swing and defuse kit not available.
No
so it is going to be Rare Atom to win the round. But Mac, oh my God, these rounds almost don't feel like they should be going the way of Rare Atom. Which, you know, in fairness, is kind of the way that the first half played out in reverse, right? Huns were kind of winning these kinds of rounds as well. So I guess you got to just say it's all fair in love and war.
It's poetic. But, all right. Bomb plant round win. Still enough to have a very solid buy moving into the 17th. We're getting deep on the course now. And the Huns going to be buying back after that extra damage again, realizing this could be the huge swing round that they've been looking for. And 9 has been taken out of the fray incredibly early on. So what are the Huns going to be able to do here?
Yeah, what's Rare Atom going to be able to do?
The round?
They've got no util left. I mean, they've got 3 smokes, but that's it. They've got 3 smokes. Where's your flashes?
All you need, really.
Is it?
Maybe, depending on which way you want to go. It could be all you need.
Looks like they want to go B, and if they did, they could actually just walk out B. There's no one there. Summer. It's awkward. Progression smoke out B though. Rare Atom going to be looking to still work their way out there. Li Hang watching middle. Cobra Zera, he's found 2. Where's the trade? There's no trade. Rare Atom have dropped the bomb in B. Kaze's all over the place. He's going to miss another shot. And Li Hang is just fluttering around middle. That's a nice kill from him, but
hang on, there's time.
Has to get it done here, 2v1. You're right in saying there is time. How is he alive? I don't know.
Timing.
Yeah, tough. I hate watching Rare Atom play. I actually think...
I know.
I think they're probably my least favorite team to watch play. To be honest. Like, it just never makes sense.
Yeah, some things are a little bit silly, aren't they? What about, do you like watching FlyQuest play?
Yeah, actually I do. Like, you know, even when they're getting rolled, you can kind of see the sense in what they're doing, right?
Yeah.
Like they're playing or they're trying to play correctly. Sometimes they're just not as good as the teams they fight. That's fine. That's fine. It's okay to not be as good. But what kind of annoys me is when you just see weird shit happening all the time. Like the last round of the last half, right? Rare Adam, they get the retake and then they don't defuse the bomb. It's like, what am I supposed to do with that as a caster? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, frustrating. 10-7's the scoreline. Rare Adam don't have money. Well, they do. They've used it all to buy pistol and armor. And they will not have money after this round. So, again, a kind of a must-win round for Rare Adam. Because it'll be eco territory here. If they don't win this, then they'll be down 12-7. And I don't think there's any coming back from that.
Some say pistols are where they do their best work, though.
Well, yeah, you'd better hope so.
We'll see in a moment. Everyone playing anti, no one wanting to get caught off guard. Here comes the long pop. Ooh, Bartak looking away at the worst possible time.
Oh my god.
Oh, and Jordan, you said it's just pistols. You said it's just pistols. Look what just pistols can do.
It's just... You can't win the rounds you're supposed to win, and then you pull that out in the round that you're not supposed to win. Rare Adam are an enigma. Save time for the Huns. It's important that they take these two guns through, actually, because money's going to become a real factor for the Huns as this half gets a little closer once again. Zerolt might have been spotted crossing the car. Somebody doesn't seem aware, so maybe not. One round away from a reset, though, Rare Adam, if they win this next one.
Yeah, they steady the ship. All right, the Huns. They got 9 back on the AWP. Let's see if he can be a bit more successful down mid. But there's no RA members to put on the skewer. Cobra may meet his maker towards upper dark. And 9's gone lowers. This is getting frisky with it. Oh, there's eyes on his position, close range, shadow seen. And that just boils down to map knowledge. Oh, nice wide swing, but it's a dink for dink. Tag for dink even.
Tag for dink is not good enough for Adam in the circumstances. Brings it back to 4-on-4.
Yeah.
And you have a player playing close by the mid doors. Yami, he could get up to some real trouble right here. Kaze, oh, missing the shot. Lihan good for the trade. Holding in. I'll be honest, I think I want to see Kaze on the rifle for the rest of this game. I think the AWPing's been a bit of a liability here. Just get him on a rifle.
Yeah. Well, they'll have money for that, and probably not for the AWP. So you might be getting your best wish. Yeah, I guess why not, huh?
No, don't snipe him. Do not knife. Dude, I can't watch Rare Adam and take this seriously. Like, we're in the playoffs of ESL Pro League. You've let your teammate die because you've tried to knife a guy in the back at 10-8.
That's the worst possible point to do it, and like not telling your teammate. Like Cadian tried to do that. I don't know, was it a Pro League or something like that? Might have been a blast, but yeah.
It's rough. I mean, they've won the round, so whatever, you know, but like, it's an extra gun that you have to rebuy here as Rare Adam. Scoreline's very close. Money's pretty low for Rare Adam. I mean, you can't be doing this.
It's certainly a choice. And this time we got a brawl towards long. 4 members here for the CTs. Lihan's going to be fully stuck towards blue side. Ugh. And he just swings out and dies. Not the best way to be playing that one. Molly down. Somebody, he can smell Eco kills Jordan.
They've got to get a plan.
He can taste them.
They've just got to get quickly up onto the side, get a plan for short, and just try and force something that way. It's the only way they're going to win this round, Adam. And they have at least identified that. Somebody with a nice kill onto Zerolt.
There's one more in short, though.
Oh, he's killed Yami. Cobra Zera around the corner here is going to get himself one picked on up. It's at least been brought back to a 2-on-3. It's an unorthodox angle here from Summer. Luckily, his smoke's going to keep himself alive. But they're just going to go filtering through the smoke. I mean, this is where Summer should be farming, and he's not going to be able to. Kaze on the orb. Again, a missed shot.
Oh,
11 up for the Huns. And Rare Adam, they are doing everything they possibly can to lose this game. I am convinced.
Yeah. Hey, look, somebody did his best.
He
to
did.
try to fight his way back into that round. The one-man army. It's just rough from Kaze getting overwhelmed. You know, there's always that thought in the back of your mind. You haven't seen those 3 members just yet, so you never know if it's best to focus on long, just stay isolated from that area. And he just got stuck on sight in the molly. Unlucky.
Yeah, another force play out from Rare Atom. And it is the Huns game to lose at this point. They have the far superior buy. It's just going to be a B hit. Cobra Zera will hit the first shot. He's fully flashed and 9's in there to help him out. But 2 on the entry. Li Hang trying to pull his team, kicking and screaming through this map. Has at least got them into B. Kaze making a heck of a lot of noise for no reason. Yami will pick him up. So 2 players to try to hold on to the B bomb site. Li Hang
cool
again.
Smoke.
Another one.
I have a feeling somebody's thrown like a cool window smoke that he could be able to play around. Yeah, it's fully denied them to actually take Scaff back. And it's bought them so much time. And now there's another refresh on that smoke as well. Yeah, I think it actually has. I thought it was a missed door smoke, but he had a lineup for it. I hadn't seen that before, and I love it.
Oh my god, Li Hang's got 4 in a round like this. That's just insanity. 2.9k loss bonus. The Huns have plenty of money. Still an uphill battle for Rare Atom.
Yeah. Mate, they're doing it. Nice shot out of Cobra to at least hit that first one, right? It was the second one that just got a little bit awkward, and I thought those flashes were going to be layered perfectly, so he wouldn't have even got one. So arguably, Rare Atom doing a really good hit towards that B side of things. And then also, big puncture to that Huns economy. They have to fully reinvest here. It's pretty much do or die now. 2-1-2 setup with Yami going aggressive on the short side. Bartak able to fight for himself at long. Ooh. But reloads in pit, and that one will be heard for sure. 9. After the missed shot from the AWP, he's happy to take it.
Oh, Summer making the play, but losing his life. Don't hate that, just unfortunately didn't hit his shots. It's a good trade from Li Hang. Again, Li Hang is the star player at the moment for Rare Atom that's trying to make it happen. Yami in all sorts of trouble here. Just going to go diving back through the smoke. Cobra Zera's there to pick up middle. And Rare Atom capitulating on this mid take. It's choking.
He was thinking about it. Changes the approach.
How do you get this bomb back though? I mean, look at the crossfire in mid.
Oh yeah, you just pretty much don't at this point. Bomb is around the corner towards mid doors, so that's at least something for him. And the Huns now establishing where they need to be to get the info and hopefully be in positions to trade. Child King spotted right now and gets tapped down. Yami, lovely couple of shots. And the Huns now need just one more RA. No money. They are broke as heck moving into the last round.
Yeah, it's fair to say it's the last round. It does feel like it should be. Then again, Rare Atom, they got a lot of work done with pistols in last time, so don't count your chickens before they hatch. It's just going to be a B pop, maybe? Everyone headed in that direction.
Yeah, it's worked for them before.
This is
gonna
egregious.
punish.
Like, Chalking's just sending it with the Tech 9, isn't he? Straight down into lower. Clear out that part of the map. But Rare Atom don't have any significant map control right now. Nothing that would put pressure on the Huns.
Mid B split right now would go so hard. The Huns playing that 3-man long and A setup. And here comes that smoke. Break timing looks good, but the shots don't connect. And now the B-site members have to be a little bit worried. No flash through the doors. Zerolt trying to play anti. But if there's no flash coming, it is just the timing. He could be in trouble. Oh, things getting real awkward now, but the crossfire is beautiful. And the Huns should be sending this all the way to a third and final map in the series. It's just a matter of time. And Kaze, he's all out of that.
Yeah, a matter of time. It did feel like it was always an inevitability. But Mac, you got to think about those couple of little instances where Rare Atom, I think, have really let themselves down on that map, both on T and on CT. Last round of the first half, they don't defuse the bomb. It is a bit of a T-sided map, but
yeah,
he started on CT side. I think one of the big talking points that we do have to focus on here, which, you know, almost is a little bit of an unfortunate one. You kind of touched on it towards the back end of that that last map. Kaze has not been in the server today. He has not been impressive with the AWP at all. When -3 on Dust2, -3 on Inferno, -7 on Dust2. You're the AWP and you've gone 8 and 15 on Dust2. That is not going to be good enough. I mean, to be fair, 9 also didn't get too much done, so just not an AWPer's day today. But I'd just like to see them go for the rifle here. Like, if the AWP is not working, you know, why are you spending money on it, is my question. You know, Kaze is an acceptable rifler. He gets the job done there when it needs to be done. So if he's not getting it done with the AWP, let's put the rifle in his hands, save a bit of money. But it's Rare Atom that chose to start on CT side. Shows something. Lee Hang. Nice headshot onto Cobra Zero to start things off, and pretty aware that this is going to end up being an A take. He's just sitting there, standing and delivering. And he's found himself 2 before he goes down.
Yeah, I guess you'll take it. But awkward timing, Kaze. Risky business, and he's going to pay the price for it. 2v3 now. Bomb needs to be planted, but there's not really a whole bunch of space. You know, you got 2 people alive. 1 person taps the bomb. CTs have a very good chance to flood, so it is just going to be 9 fighting instead. Big pick found. 9 and Yami. Back to back. Making sure that they can try and fight this one together. And they know one CT's position, just a little worried about the other, and that's going to be dangerous. Peeking and losing his head. That'll be an opening towards the B site, and that's exactly where the Huns are going, or so you'd think.
Yeah, looks like Summer thinks the same. He's going to be pretty quick to ramp. If he shift walks here, he might be able to get himself a freebie. Oh, the bomb's planted open. No, the bomb's not planted open, by the way. Summer has just won the pistol, 2v1 on 22 HP.
Crazy.
That's a nice fast rotate from Summer. Good educated guess.
I can't believe they didn't hear him. I swear you can hear Banana. You can hear that lane pump from where you are, but I guess not.
Maybe not. He did start walking. Probably when he was like just past cave.
Yeah, who knows? But what I know is the Huns are going hard towards that A site opening there. Dink on a Lee Hang, and they are hungry for a bit of blood. Bomb going to be planted relatively open for the donut control. But in the meanwhile, it is going to be 2 more members lost, and the numbers favouring RA on the retake.
Do have a smoke, so get 1 more kill here. Defuse in the smoke. Probably not a bad shout. That donut player, though, going to be spotted, and I think Yami's also been seen here. So Child King has got a couple of angles to watch. Luckily, Summer seems to be pretty on point for this map. So that'll be a defuse for Adam. Will we able to take both the M4s through as well? Summer's gone to go and grab. Yep. And so decently negotiated in the end.
Successful retake overall. And now we'll see if the Huns are going to be able to make it happen with the guns. A couple of Galils, 1 AK, minimal util. That bomb plant going a long way for them. Ooh, dunked on Zerol, 66 points of health, and at least get some heaven control. RA passive at mid in the jungle and towards the donut. And dangerous. Living up to his name. Ooh, okay, going for the spam. Almost spammed right back and will be through the wood down to 50.
Yeah, tough going for Rare Adam on the CT side. That much is obvious. They are being made to work for these rounds. Zera finding himself an entry. Oof. And Zerolt helping out. The player on short goes down as well. B-site cracked open. This should be a save straight away from Rare Adam. I mean, don't even think about a retake here.
Yeah, funny one from Yami. You got that tickle back through the smoke, and as you get tagged up, you think, maybe I shouldn't be taking this fight. That tick could change the round completely. But alright, they still have Kaze sort of hanging around here towards Cheetah. Ninja, not on the cards without a kit. There's timing on the peak. It's looking good for him to escape. I believe he has been seen by 9. And Bartak as well, going to be spotted in Donut. Here's that rotation from Kaze, who will not get away safely. But it is going to be the Huns on the board with their first. How's our money situation looking? RA with the 2 rifles saved. We'll be forcing back up around to that again. And the Huns quite happy with their financial position as well. Was it all 5 rifles surviving in the previous, so it is just that heavy utility reinvestment. And just around the corner here, Cobra. Oh, surely not expecting the second man, but he clears it anyway. I'm loving how he's playing tonight.
He was definitely expecting, and he's going to get himself a third there as well. Nice, clean spray down all the way into CT. Rare Adam have just been blasted in this round. He even gets a dink on the summer as well. That's a magical round from Cobra Zero. So much confidence. But you can also see where that level of confidence and that kind of play style doesn't work, right? If he doesn't hit his shots, he just gets traded straight away. And then what happens for the Huns? That's where things start to break down for these Mongolian teams. It can look so good when the shots are connecting, when you've got players that are online. But then it looks really, really messy when the alternative is the case as well.
Oh, well, lovely round. Cracker a couple of openings. Full focus on our boy Cobra. We'll see if he can keep backing that one up.
Straight out of the mid goes Rare Adam, looking to contest it. The flashes, though, are good. Great even from the Huns. Naim with 2 supported flashes and Bartak 2 kills. That is exactly what Huns would like at the start of a round like this. Pretty straightforward stuff, though. Straight in the mid, you know, you get that instant red room smoke and a couple of flashes over the top, and that apparently is enough for the Huns.
Dangerous. Donkey Guard in the smoke. If anyone walked that direction, but with these picks, if you're playing nameplate Counter-Strike, the Huns may just realize that the B site is open for business, and well, now they know exactly where Child King was standing and is in the vicinity of. The bomb will go the other way. Although, look, if Child King got past that first hurdle, the T's were quite separated, and that's when things could potentially go wrong, in theory. But in practice, it didn't this time. And the Huns will take the lead 3-2. Again, a lovely showing of a double opening towards mid. But where do the Huns go this time? Are we still playing spawns, boys? We got util for days, instant red, instant... What's the second one? Okay, little cheeky cave smoke. And Summer won't be allowed to fight a lane. Not easily. Ooh, all grouped up. And it might just be a ramp pump.
Yep, looks like
here
it.
to defend. Oh, and there's the info.
Flashes over the top as well. Cobra Zero finding that entry. Kaze being pushed back by a wave of util, but he's still out in front of this molly, and he's not spotted anything out on site yet. The Huns are happy with the kill that they've gotten, and now they're on their bike. Going for a bit of a journey over toward A.
Hey, what are they taking across there? Seralt with a full set of util. Yami with a banger. We could maybe try and sell the fake towards the A side of things, draw rotations off. But I didn't hate just the double pump on B. If you send it back in after already having the man advantage, in theory, could go very well. Resmoke on middle, denying info. And they know where one of the CTs is currently residing. But Rare Adam with the full gamble, sending somebody the whole way back. Li Hung off A. Retake will be played, or even just the save. And the gamble is good.
Kaze in the position to make a difference here with the MP9, but it'll come down to somebody. Damage being finished off by him. Still the Huns have the numbers, but solo fight from Yami has been taken. A 9 now with work to do with 10 seconds on the clock. He'll be spammed through the smoke. Just gets a little bit lost in the sauce sometimes for the Huns when things get chaotic. If Yami would have just waited half a second for 9 to be ready for that swing, but 3-3 is going to be the scoreline, and Rare Atom can try to start building this CT side, but they've got to get through another couple of rounds here, and they are not going to do it easily with 3 MP9s.
Yeah, where they headed? Bit of presence towards Banana. Oh, and Rare Adam, they have just plummeted, what, 3 mollies, couple of HEs. They are going all bloody in. Some flying to his grave. But Child King at least close enough to go with a quick trade. Li Hung blocking on the donut side of things after getting a pick of his own, expecting maybe more Huns around the corner. Yeah, Cobra all the way out towards the big box. Bomb here making its way to site, and somebody picking his fights wisely. Big shots on the timing. 9 AK back out just in time. And who knows how this one plays out.
Not me. 9, if he drops though, that is going to be the bomb, and that is problematic for Yami. He's made a step. They're aware of his position. The swing's not going to come through. Kaze! Not able to get it done. Not a very confident game today from Kaze. It has to be said. I mean, he's 1-7. You know, in that position, he is spaced perfectly to trade, but he doesn't swing it.
It's weird, right? Like in these situations, I feel like if you are, unfortunately, you know, dragging the team down a little bit, in that situation, you got that 2v1, just say, yo, I'm swinging, trade me, man, you know, and put your body on the line, let yourself get traded. It's just about identifying that things aren't going right and that there are alternate ways to play situations that can favor you. So... And it's rough, man. But it's part of the game. You got to realize, oh, I'm playing terrible today. Okay, you know, unfortunate. But and maybe someone else is like, no, you got this, man. Just be confident. You'll get it back, and then you lose the round. It's like, can you just listen to me? I ain't all that.
Oh, Summer caught in the corner there. Just gonna have to back out. Lots of Molotovs tossed in here by the Huns onto the B-bomb site, trying to carpet the site with fire.
Yeah.
Now, it looks like they want to go. I mean, flashes over the top through that smoke, but No commitment from the Huns. They've used a lot of util and not really achieved a whole lot.
El Clasico, the old carpet bomb across the site.
Yep. I would say it's probably a smart decision not to be pushing a smoke against a pistol buy, so we'll give them the credit for that.
Oh, lovely. There's that re-spam. Child King lulled into a sense of security. And punished for that over-aggression. Lovely shot from Bartak to crack things open again. And, oh, I believe they've seen at least one more CT hanging around like a bad smell. That's been dealt with. Fabrice doing wonders. And Li Hung, ooh, spotted here at the heavens. But won't be allowed to make his way up. And I love that out of 9, not getting too overzealous, not giving the AK away, just waiting for the troops to join him. And the Huns, what's that? Is that 5 in a row now?
I think so.
Tell you in a sec. Yeah, it is. Oof. Oh, no, it's not.
Yeah, there was a gun round in there somewhere for Rare Adam.
We're getting some pretty swift rounds, though. Pumping through the half. Are you a glorper, Jordan?
I'm not.
Why?
I don't even know what that means.
You?
Is it not just what people have been spamming in the chat now?
Yeah.
What is it, though?
It's a Pro League thing. Well, it's a little cat. A little alien cat.
Alien cat?
Alien kitty.
Is that a better CTV emote or something that I have to have? Or am I missing something there?
One says 7 TV, but it could be a little bit of everything.
Yeah. See, I don't have all those doodads. I'm not down with the kids.
You got to be down with the kids, mate. It drives the industry. Video games. Oh, somebody well versed in said video games, but the wrap on the back of sight ain't going to be the way to do it. Li Hang, close range, plenty of bullets to connect, but it's going to be 9 fending off Rare Adam once more, and the Huns looking to get half the rounds for the half so far. Kaze will just back away and hope to escape with an M4 in hand for the next. Oh, maybe barely spotted. Yeah, a couple of shots go his way. And Bartak, the great chase, the great escape for Kaze. Just tuck in, mate. You're right, you're safe here. Love that out as a result. It's like the entry work that I'm seeing from the Huns this half has been, you know, phenomenal compared to what we've seen from them for pretty much the rest of this series.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a fairly inconsistent bunch, the Mongolian region. A lot of it is coming down to their sort of individual firepower heavy kind of setups. I mean, there's a little bit more to it for the Huns. You can see, you know, they've got quite a good degree of map knowledge with regard to Ancient. When the shots are coming online as well, that's where the scariest, and it's a good one in the end there from Yami. Zeralt found himself 2. Yami as well found 2. So bomb plant definitely possible here on a... This could be a 7th. Should be a 7th. Looks like Kaze's going to stick around and see if he can maybe find something.
Oh, I don't hate this. Surely with that, yeah, Kaze's aware. Crosshair placement, not quite the greatest. And didn't commit to the clear. Tried to go with the swing, but 9 was ready. And look, it was an okay attempt. But R8 just unable to get these rounds across the line, no matter how close they keep on getting. And it's going to be a very difficult second half if this turns into a 9-3 affair. Huns, plenty brought into the round, and again, front spawns. Happy to just keep on doing it. Flashes for them. Lovely entry. But this time, somebody at the ready. And we'll bring it back to the 4v4.
No map control for the Huns early on in this round. Apart from Zerolt, who's kind of progressed actually a bit up ramp. But everyone else for the Huns just kind of milling about. Looks like they'll try and take a bit of lane control before pushing anywhere else. Do have 9 working middle alone, and Zerolt having a look on ramp. Maybe just a straight up B hit up the ramp. Flash out. Not going to be enough to dissuade Cobra Zera and Zerolt from trying to fight up ramp. 9 here as well. Perfectly timed peek. We'll get rid of Child King. That'll be a bomb plant down. Probably an 8th round here as well for the Huns.
That is looking certain. And Kaze has just been unable to find any efficacy for R8. Looking like it may be 10 deaths in a moment. Playing an odd offline, hoping that nobody clears donut. It's a big ask. Oh, there we go. Is it because he shoots at the head? I feel like we see this a lot of the time, where he'll hit some nasty shots, and it's always a headshot. It's like, mate, bloody... You own a rifle when you got that in your hands.
I haven't necessarily noticed that personally, but you may be right.
Could be like positionally, he's just not putting himself in the right direction or right position. Anyway, is what it is. If you want to see what's going wrong with Kaze, Face It Watch can give you his POV. And you can watch it for the whole game. And you can even, depending on the broadcast, turn off the casters and say, shut up, boys. Stop your yapping. You just want to watch Kaze in peace and quiet.
Nice work from somebody. Dodging those flashes. Perfection.
Gets the opening kill in the round for Rare Adam.
Last round of the half, they'd love to get to 4. 4 on CT side will give you something to work with. Zera will be able to beat Kaze to the punch on A, and that more or less actually does secure the A bomb site. Molly going to go in for Donut. Li Hang turned away. The A site belongs to the Huns. Plant down here, or fake plant even, from 9. Not trying to chance anything.
Yeah, plenty of time on the clock. That is ticking away. Oh, and those shots spraying right on through to Yami. Things get a little bit more difficult. Big flanks. Zerolt going to be able to activate. And in the meanwhile, Child King surely should have seen that shadow, but focused on the flank there. Big shot out of Li Hang to trade right back. And the bomb is going to be down on the ground, but focus drawn away as Cobra strikes true. Not a 3 at the half.
off we go again as we head into the second half. The Huns dominating with a 9-3 scoreline, but Rare Atom are moving on to T side, so we could see something a little bit different in the second half. Same kind of vibe as Dust2.
Flash at the ready. We got a trap play coming, but not if the flash doesn't come in time. Oh, T's all blind. Not going to be able to activate from the back of sight to find a double out of nowhere. Cobra can't strike. And now we've got that 3v2 situation. Huns, oh, on the offensive. Not going to be able to stop the bomb from going down and not going to be able to stop anyone. Oh, rough situation to be in. Zeralt really needed to stop that one from happening. But a millisecond to split the wickets. And that is going to be 9-4. A fast one, but Rare Atom not going to climb that hill again.
Yeah, I mean, this is how it happens, isn't it? Like, you start with the pistol, and after the races. There was a moment there where the Huns might have been able to win that one. A little creep out of the cave. Didn't quite land the shots, though.
Ooh. Yeah, got to watch that one, mate. Dangerous. That's a roll. He's safe. Trap has been laid. And Huns all in towards the B side of things. Maybe playing off a Rare Atom tendency. Or maybe it's just a bloody gamble. It is Counter-Strike. We only have 2 bomb sites. You got a 50-50 chance of being right here, Jordan.
Yeah. Oh, looks like the Huns are going to be right. As this timer ticks down, the chances of Rare Atom moving over to A become less and less. They are diminishing. There's one shot in. Another Deagle spotted out. Does Rare Atom call the cancel? Doesn't look like they will. They're just going to decide to commit to it, and they've made it work.
Clean up crew coming in just in the nick of time. Oh, and Child King locking on through the smoke, finding 5. And a little buff to the economy. Oh, looking like he's going to keep that Mac 10 as well. He's been having a bit of fun with the Mac 10 this series. Oh, the replay obs really did him dirty there. But look, maybe his HEs need some work, but the Mac 10-age going pretty hard. All right, Molly's getting traded all over the shop. The Heaven Molly that RA are throwing that somebody just threw blind. Don't think it's a nice lineup, honestly. Might have to workshop that. Pretty sure you can still fight from the boxes if you get up there. Either way, there's a roll. It's looking worse for wear, getting spammed on through the wood. But he ain't scared. He ain't backing down. Back into cheater he goes, but barely alive on 6 points of health. 9. Having a similar affair down towards the ramp side. Big deep smoke. But a lot of noise being made, and in the meanwhile, Yummy just locking onto donut control, playing the short side, where the shadow can reveal you. But RA, incredibly invested back towards the B side again. All 5 members here. Not much util left to try and make this happen. Just 2 smokes and a banger. Long and short get pumped off. And the bomb will make its way to safety.
Yeah, bomb plant goes down. Rare Atom, once again, pole position to win this round. The Huns are going to think about a retake, but they don't have much HP on Zeralt or 9. They don't have any util. They don't have any defuse kits. It should probably just be a save here. You can play for this next round. You don't need to be throwing all your guns away right here with no money in the bank. They are coming to that conclusion themselves as well. Bartak just edging away. He's going to stick around. Almost overstays his welcome. Kaze unable to hit any shots though. will allow him to fade back away into CT spawn. That's another one here for Rare Atom as that gap will start to close.
I just realised Child King's having a roughie too. 4 and 11. You really cannot afford to have some of your star riflers not hitting. The Huns with the 2 M4s, 1 MP9 brought across to the next. Yeah, if you carry the 1, if you do a little bit of this, investing, wait for the next round. They won't actually fully reinvest. Just a half reinvestment of things. 9's got a USP. Cobra actually kind of did reinvest. It's like no one's on the same page, but it could work anyway. Okay, flashes. Going to be invested just to pump their way into lane. Cobra in the meanwhile compensate. Chunk of change. That smoke spam. Bartak ready and waiting, open arms with the M4. And ooh, Yami going to be able to arrive on the vicinity just in time. Child King finds 1 to try and even up the odds, but it's not quite done just yet. And Cobra and Bartak both being so low, it's a dangerous position for them to be playing from.
It's a very winnable round though for the Huns with the player advantage. Rare Atom just going to slow it down. Taking a leaf out of the Chinggis Warriors book. It's what we saw them do yesterday. Quite a lot. And that was oftentimes the result as well. CTs go hunting for information. That's where you find yourself your couple of kills that you need. And suddenly the round swings back in the favor of Rare Atom. Although some are now having been dropped. We'll see the bomb on the floor. And Zerol just taking duels from CT and winning them. Child King alone has to force a plant down. Will get himself back out to A main. That will have been heard by Zeralt and Cobra Zera, but it's a fake step because he's gone back over to Donut. He's playing open. And I think now he's probably pretty cooked. The swing is going to come from both sides. It's a decent effort, but the Huns not giving that one up, and that'll be 10 now on the CT side. First round of the half going the way of the Huns.
Yeah, honestly, respected the idea of the fake towards A main. And then just sitting in the open. But as soon as you get spotted and you know that you're probably getting pincered on from CT as well, yeah, the isolated fights get difficult. And the job gets done. Zeralt, big round out of him, 13 and 7. And the Huns now need just 3 to stay alive here, down in the lower bracket of the playoffs for Asia Pacific. Instant cheetah smoke coming through. Ooh, double smokes towards the bottom of mid for the Huns. Miscommunication, maybe. And in the meanwhile, Zeralt will be swinging towards Heaven's side. I'm hoping that he could maybe see something going on towards mid. All these smokes will fade around the same time. This one that he threw, maybe a few more seconds to play with. Missed a chance to escape away. Or to fight, rather. But that spray through the wall almost finds Lihang in his entirety.
Well, the Huns haven't lost any HP in this round. They haven't lost much at all. Map control somewhat limited for Rare Atom. They're starting to try and work it. Looking in toward middle. You've got 9 looking over the top of that smoke. It's not a very good red room smoke at all from Rare Atom. I'm not sure what they're thinking there. 9 peeks over the top. Gets the better of Child King. Lihang's now tagged up as well. Starting to fall apart a little bit for Rare Atom on this T side. Molly's going to go into cave. And that's going to push Summer back. Tick will have been heard by Zeralt. They'll be aware that there's players outside of B now. Sooner or later, these smokes are going to start to fade. Rare Atom need to get into this bomb site. Otherwise, their opportunity will be missed. Lihang is able to get across. He will get the bomb plant down. 4 and 5 for the post plant.
Having a sniff. Shinsing. And Lihang taking out of the round. Yami doing God's work again. And everyone chipping in. Just in time. Great trade from Bartak and plenty of time to defuse this one the whole way through. There's 11. RA just unable to play together in the post plants. Very individualistic positions. And once the first men fell, it just got really bloody awkward. And that's that guy. Lee Hung at default. He kind of needs to be a pivot man in those situations, but unfortunately not aware that he was just spilling out the side on that angle. Instant red room smoke. All right. Are they looking at a brawl this time? No, the HE will do.
Rare Items seem to be just sort of running it down the clock a little. They're taking it very, very slow. I wonder if they're kind of starting to run out of ideas here on the T side as well. Zarol with the spam through. A little bit of a tickle on the Lee Hang, but everyone sort of walking away from that somewhat unscathed. What's going on here?
Who knows?
Tossing an AK back and forth. What's the point?
I guess Cobra didn't want it. Maybe feels more confident with the A1. Maybe didn't want the traces. By the way, I'm already Tracer and Lee Hung is already on the B site. Yummy. And able to find one before getting taken out of the fray. Is a roll to similar situation for him. Things getting very awkward, but with the open plant this time, things could be different in the post plant for RA if they're allowed to fight here. And they'll fight with the pressure forward. Somebody and Child King making that light work.
Yeah, some rounds look fantastic for Rare Adam. One just capitulates for the Huns. There's a bit of cash here. Nine's got himself 7k. Sorol can buy himself. What's the option here for the Huns? They haven't invested yet. Attack, thinking about it. Had armor, had a defuse kit. They're going to take attack timeout to try to figure it out here. I mean, this is one that can still fall by the wayside for the Huns. You cannot be counting your chickens before they've hatched when you're on the CT side trying to close games out. It can so quickly just blow up in your face.
I hate it when plans do that. Well, let's see what Rare Adam's plans will be. Moving into round 19. Plenty of util, plenty of everything. And the Huns economy now on breaking point. So a very important round for Rare Adam in particular. Arguably the same for the Huns if they want to close things out here. Very aggressive play from Zarot. Will be joined by Cobra all the way down the ramp eventually. Battle through the smoke and no one coming out on top.
Well, the Huns finding the advantage at the start of this round, and you do have Child King just kind of working his way around A main on his own. He'll back off after somebody gets that pick in mid. But Cobra Zera has full lane control at the moment. A smoke in at the doors, starting to fade. And there's a push out from A main. The Huns are being very active in this round.
Oh, Child King's in trouble. This flank should activate just in time. The tool for the job is going to be perfect on every regard, every single position. And the Huns are on the border of sending RA packing out of playoffs.
Yeah, what has happened there, man? What has happened there? You can't be allowing 3 kills to come through like that. Cobra Zera, okay, the first one, sure. The second one, yeah, and the third one's even more egregious at that point. Rare Adam going to get knocked out in a pretty dire position in ESL Challenger League this season. Unless they can pull off some kind of a miracle comeback right here. But Nine has started it really nicely for the Huns.
I think that was just blind as well. Unless he cracked the red room smoke early. Didn't quite see it. That being said, it is a man advantage. And one step closer. Only 4 rocks left to climb for the Huns to put that 13th on the board. Find themselves a nice reverse sweep here. Nine, drawing attention away from himself. Kaze pouncing just when he needed to. But Cobra's going to answer back with one, so the man advantage still stands for the Huns. And the bomb is about to go down. Lee Hung doesn't need to stop to hit those.
Apparently not. Take 9 winding the clock back. 9 as well. In for 1. Rare Adam still have numbers on this side. Some are getting so much work done with this Tech 9 will eventually fall, and Kaze down as well. The map is over, and so is Rare Atom's run in ESL Challenger League Season 49. They will be eliminated by the Huns. And that is going to be them out in 7th to 8th, which is a pretty disappointing result, all things considered. You would have thought that Rare Atom would be doing a little better than that, but awkward for them to run into the Huns down in